I always enjoy chatting with this guy, the old barn dog, Scott Barney, head coach and GM of the Humboldt Broncos. Hey, Scott, welcome back to the RP Show. And I don't know if you heard, we wanted to talk a little bit about the Atlanta Thrashers. We're on the radio in Atlanta every day, WQEE radio there, 99.1 FM, and you are Thrashers alum. It's a small group, Scott. What do you remember about that time back in 05-06?
Great to see you first, Roddy. And Atlanta Thrashers, that's a long time ago. And you know what's crazy? When you go look up yourself on NHL alumni, you got to click on Winnipeg Jets now. So I guess I'm a Thrasher and Jets alumni. But you know what? Bob Hartley was a coach in there at the time. And in the minors, I had Johnny Anderson in Chicago, right? So that's kind of oil and vinegar there, right? So Bob was kind of a hard-nosed guy that really taught a lot. But you had guys like Kovalchuk and Mark Savard there. And you know what? It's a great practice facility, and I know the players really enjoyed playing there.
Well, I was with Bill Lindsay last night. He played for the Thrashers too, and his take is, yes, the NHL should go there, but not anytime soon. I'll put it to you as Thrashers alum. Are you voting yes or no to put a 33rd team in the NHL in Atlanta?
Yeah, I think Bill's probably right there. I don't know if that's the next best spot, right? I think there is some other good spots. Obviously, we'd love to see another one in Canada first, but you know what? I think Atlanta has some backing there. Those couple different ownership groups that want to come in. Obviously, it's just support the Braves well and the Falcons and the basketball clubs. So I think the support is there. I know at the end there it wasn't with the hockey team, but you know what? Look at Minnesota. They came back in the league and probably had the best fan attendance maybe in the NHL.
Fantastic sports market for sure. And I know, Scott, you didn't plan to come on here and talk about that. So I appreciate you doing so. But hey, so tell me if I have this right. You guys still playing a 58-game season there in the SJ?
56. We have 2 more left this weekend.
Okay, and you're a point up on Battlefords for the Nutrien Division banner. So does that feel like the playoffs have started already? Are you playing that kind of hockey right now?
Yeah, I would say probably the last 2 or 3 weeks, right? And some of those teams there in that, you know, I'll give it the 5 through 10. Those teams have been playing playoffs maybe since Christmas. So I think we got Flin Flon here for a home and home for our last 2 games, right? And they're probably the top dog of the league right now. And I think Battleford has Kindersley, who's a big rivalry for their last 2. And you know, you got to be ready here. Obviously, you want to get third, but I think there's no easy matchup when you're going into the first round here in the SJHL, as you know, been seeing the league for a long time.
Well, so I guess what is your focus right now? Probably a dumb question. Is it just playing your best hockey? Is it getting first place in the division? Is it an eye on the playoffs? What are you striving to your kids right now?
Yeah, good question. Our biggest thing is just habits, right? It doesn't matter if it's Flin Flon coming in or you're playing Notre Dame or L'Orange, or it doesn't matter the club. For us, it's getting our habits, and we want to win every shift, every period, every game. So that's our mentality here this weekend is to give it our all here, so we have good habits when we do step on the ice for game 1, whoever that may be in the playoffs.
Tell me a little bit about your roster, if you don't mind. Who's carrying the load? And from what I understand, you have a draft-eligible or draft-ranked prospect, too, for the National Hockey League. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we have a draft-ranked player, Matthew Van Blaircom. So he's from Southeast Saskatchewan, and he's a 2006-born player. He also played for me at the World Junior A Challenge. There we won the gold medal. He led Team Canada in goals at that event. You know, he's a player that I feel some teams will take a shot at here in the draft. Just you know, he can score goals, but he also can go 3 at the same time. And he's a player that, you know, unlike the CHL players that you have 2 years of eligibility, he's going into college. So you know, you have that probably 3 to 4 window years to develop him. Spencer Bell has been incredible for us. He just got a scholarship to St. Lawrence University Division 1. He's leading the SJHL with 45 goals this season. Benjamin Motu just got a scholarship to Air Force Division 1. He's been amazing for us in net. So we have a good crew here. I think we're the youngest team right now in the SJHL. But for me, it's not about the age. It's just developing these guys to the next level. And that's in life and hockey, Rod.
That's amazing, Scott, that you guys are challenging for first. And with a win or 2 this weekend, you'll get it. Yet the youngest team in the league. But you guys have always kind of been in your time. Right? Like, what's your secret to getting these? Because it's supposed to be an older league, Barn Dog. It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're only carrying 20-year-olds right now. And for me, my biggest thing hasn't been, it's not about age, it's about, what quality of players. And, I think maybe it is the biggest reason is the young guys that we have moved on to different levels. And, you take Matthew Perkins, who went second overall in the USHL 2 years ago, was drafted last year in the 4th round by Vancouver. He's playing at Minnesota Duluth this year. He's moved on. Connor McGrath, who was CJHL Player of the Year a couple of years ago. Those are the players that bring the next guys in. We got Connor Miller and Matthew Van Blaircom, who are both 06s that are Division I commitments. So I think the universities believe in what we're doing. Obviously, when they have belief in you, you'll get more players, and we just got to keep doing that. And I think winning's a byproduct of having good young players, and for me, it's not really about the age.
2 last questions for you, Scott, because I know you're a busy guy running a junior hockey team, but you came the following season after the accident in Humboldt, and it was a job that scared a lot of people off, but you stepped up and said, I'll do it. I'll go in there. And you've done nothing but great things. And there, did you expect to still be there in 2024, to be honest, or did you probably didn't even think about it when you took over the
Yeah, I didn't know. It was kind of probably month to month, probably first starting out, right? And it's been great experience here. My wife and family love it. They just love the community here in Humboldt. Good people, great schools. They're involved in the sports. You couldn't ask for a better community to raise your family. I moved around enough as a player. I think I played almost in every country. I could probably raise my hand for that as well. It's been great. Coming to be a Humboldt Broncos coach and GM comes with it's a lot of pressure as well. That's through social media. That's through just with the obviously the unfortunate accident. It's taught me a lot. Hey, obviously I want to look forward to moving up in my career here at some point, but it has to take the right offer to be able to do it. I'm happy here in Humboldt. My family is as well. If something comes along that I can't turn down, obviously, hey, I got to look at that. But obviously, like I said, it has to be the right opportunity for sure, Rod.
Well, I know that the community's embraced you, but it started with you embracing the community. It's a special, special place. And it's funny, you talk about where you played. There's teams you played for, I can't even say their name. Amanlina? Boleslav? That was, I guess you chalked that up just as a great learning experience, huh? I don't even know the countries.
Yeah. Yeah, it's helped me a lot in my coaching side of it too, just to see the younger programs develop their players and have different coaches from different ethnic backgrounds and different cultural, dealing with players and handling of players. So it's helped me a lot in the coaching side too, Rod. And I was fortunate to be able to play in those countries and tell our players that there's opportunities to play all over the world now in hockey, right? And there's great players everywhere, and I'm fortunate to be here today coaching the Broncos and looking forward to hopefully a long playoff run here for us.
Well, and I'm looking forward to that too. And my last thing is, people think as I moved to Florida, I don't follow Junior A. I follow it as much as I ever did. And I got to ask you, when I talk Junior A, the BCHL and the AJ thing comes up in every conversation. It does. And I just wonder how that has probably comes up in your daily life too. How has that changed how you do business? Because that wasn't really a thing in 2018 when you came to Sask.
Yeah, obviously, in the coaching business, things change pretty quickly, or more on the GM side of things. And hey, obviously, these teams think they're getting, their players looked at more by going to the BCHL and those teams from Alberta going there. My biggest thing is for players is you got to go where you're going to play. And we've had success here in Humboldt. It could be in Timbuktu. If you're a good player, you're going to get seen. And if you have a good program, you're going to get better as a player and a person. And that's the biggest thing we tell here when we were kind of recruiting our players is, we've moved guys on. The proof is in the pudding. We want to keep doing that. Hey, if you want to play somewhere else, go ahead, right? We want guys that want to be Humboldt Broncos, and we've proven to move guys on. And if that's your goal, then that's great. And I think that's I think in the end it's going to make me work harder and make our organization, coaching staff, and scouts work harder, and that's okay. And that's the business we're in, and it's just going to make me work even harder, and that's okay, Rod.
Well, I know you're not afraid of that. So it's been fun to watch. Have a great playoff, Scott. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, we're following it closely, and Hope to chat with you again soon.
Great chat with you, Rod. Take care. Stay warm over there, eh?
I plan on it. You too. Scott Barney, the head coach and general manager of the Humboldt Broncos, and they watch this show every day there in the EPA.